Tagaytay is in the mountains, and I've put out a few videos, probably like 5 or 6, I think, videos from that area. And as you can see, if you've watched any of those videos, that at some points, we were actually looking down at the clouds. And that was it just blew my mind, because I don't think I've ever been in a situation like that before. So it was great. I did have some issues. We spent the second day, the biggest part of the second day, out on tours. So we were, the driver picked us up in the morning, and we went to a few different locations, or should I say about a half a dozen or so different locations where we would get out and go walking around. And I've placed those videos out on YouTube, so please go and watch them. But at the end of the last tour, we were heading back to the van, and as I stepped foot in the parking lot to go to the van, my muscles started to seize. They just, like, my calves started first, and it was so painful that I almost couldn't hold it in at first. I made it to the van, but I was leaning on the van because it hit both calves at the same time. So I didn't have one good leg to stand on. So, and it was kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie to you at first. But there's another story in this that I want to give you. So when this happened to me, our driver, he had a look of concern on his face. He immediately jumped into action. He had me to, when I couldn't make it over there, to sit inside the door of the van, because I couldn't get up in the van at that point. And by that time, the pain was so bad that I was actually screaming. I was in extreme pain at that point, because both calves were like gripping, and I think, probably as tight as they could be. I couldn't bend my feet, straighten my leg and bend my feet forward towards me. That's how tight those muscles were. And he took off my shoes, man, and started massaging my calves and my feet. I had been out walking all day. You got to hear this. And this guy took off my shoes and started massaging my calves and my feet. My feet. You hear me? After walking and it's hot here, man. And the humidity's about 60% or so, maybe higher at some points. So what I'm trying to say to you is, the guy didn't hesitate to help. And he didn't have any problem with getting his hands dirty. He didn't even think twice about it. He just did it. And he got me to the point where I could get in the van. And it took a while. I'm going to tell you, it probably took about a good 20 to 30 minutes before I could actually get in the van. And I was still in a slight amount of pain, because even after the cramping, the muscle tightness kind of subsided. It didn't really go away, but it subsided enough for me to move. I was in pain, and my thighs started, cramping, like, pulsating. They would cramp and stop and cramp. Then my toes started, and I'm telling you, it was something. And all it was, at the end of the day, was I needed more electrolytes. I had not been eating enough, potassium. I hadn't been getting a good potassium intake. I had stopped taking my daily vitamins, and I don't even know, it was probably a week or more. I thanked him, and I gave him a huge tip, okay? Because, we had to pay him, because that was separate. The concierge that set it up for us at the hotel but the tour was separate. So we paid him what the fee for the tour, and I gave him a huge tip because, you know, I don't think anywhere that in the U.S. had that happened to me that the tour guide would have done. What he did. The hotel, or as I was going into the hotel, my wife made the front desk aware of what had happened. And they scheduled me with a massage therapist to come to my room, right? And we told him, okay, give me about an hour so that I can, you know, get cleaned up before I let somebody start touching my body, you know, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I was funky. So I went up and took my shower, and I just kind of laid on the bed and chilled for a little bit. The massage therapist showed up right on the hour and gave me a 2-hour massage. 2 hours, okay? And 2-hour massage, I don't know what that would cost. Like, let's just say Western countries. I don't know what that would cost. I just know that I paid less than a night for a hotel for 2 hours of massage. I paid 2,400 pesos. And so just to give you an idea, the exchange rate is 57 and some change to 1. So $100 is about 5,700, blah, blah, blah. So that's less than half of that, okay? Almost down to possibly a third of it, almost, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I paid for a 2 hours. So she did an hour of shiatsu and an hour of the Swedish. That trip massage took place November 4th through the 6th. So that incident happened on the 5th. Just trying to share my adventures. And you know, so if you liked it, give us a like. Please share also if you did, and just continue to come back. We'll have more adventures for you. Thank you. We're out.